Guys, my people, everyone who wants to wake up without an alarm, who's tired of staring at their boss's face, who's sick of being mocked by fake influencers yelling, "Good morning, champ," everyone looking for a way to escape the matrix, I'm talking to you. I used to sit at that desk too, wore the suit, ran from meeting to meeting, knocked on every door looking for a job, became the LinkedIn prophet. Now I've scaled my consulting firm, I'm building my second company, and today I'm going to tell you how to build a money machine that actually works. How after a certain point, you'll be like me, searching for a red bag just to store your cash. But first, understand this. Every month the paycheck lands. For 10 seconds you feel safe. Then the automatic payment orders you set up so the bank could give you a bonus hit, and your balance collapses. That collapse is telling you something. Most people start passive income with stock picking. Wrong. First you build the system, then the system grows you. Or you get tossed around inside the system. Today, you're going to see how to build a machine that produces $5,000 a month from zero. Our difference is this. We're going to build it backward, starting from cash flow rules. Saving eventually stops, everything has a limit, but ownership doesn't stop. While you're tired, scattered, living your life, popping those well-deserved moats at the club, it keeps earning. We'll move in 5 phases, and each phase locks in a decision, so you stop renegotiating with yourself every single month. Now, phase 1, the frictionless start. Identify every penny sitting idle, the buffers in checking, the just-in-case money you've stashed in the corner, the funds that never get deployed. That idle money is your enemy until you move it into a high-yield settlement account connected to your brokerage and turn it into your friend. Because cash either earns interest or buys ownership, it has no other job. Then choose a platform with fractional shares and automated transfer infrastructure. This feature isn't flashy, but it's critical. It eliminates decision fatigue and missed months. Have you ever been called by the bank because you missed a credit card payment? The automation here prevents exactly that. Align your periodic transfers with your income cycle. If you get paid bi-weekly, invest bi-weekly. Set up the account structure like this. A tax-advantaged retirement bucket for efficiency, a taxable bucket for flexibility and early access. If the system is easy to repeat, it works. Not genius, consistency wins. It's not the brilliant one who wins, it's the one who keeps grinding. Otherwise, even Newton wouldn't have lost everything in the stock market. But that's another video's topic. Phase 2, the screening engine for sustainable yield. We're not looking for excitement, we're assembling machine parts. 3 filters. First filter is payout discipline. Avoid companies paying out almost everything they earn, because in a bad year, a cut becomes inevitable. Second filter is dividend growth. Look for 5-year consistent growth, not a one-time spike. Investing is a marathon, not a sprint. This growth is your armor against inflation. Third filter is durability, strong cash flow, solid balance sheet, payment history that survived ugly cycles. Because your bills don't pause. Build a watch list that blends dividend champions with growth-focused ETFs. It reduces single company risk, and sector diversification helps you weather storms. Remember, always put eggs in different baskets. Before you buy, calculate your weighted average yield. Multiply each asset's yield by its planned weight, then add them up. This gives you a realistic starting point. Math doesn't lie. Phase 3, the backbone of the automated cash flow machine. First, turn on dividend reinvestment for most holdings. Reinvestment buys shares without asking permission. Then set position limits. No single stock above 5%. No single sector above 25%. These limits work like a good goalkeeper, preventing you from conceding goals in bad moments. Split your monthly deposit into 3 parts. Core growers, diversified dividend funds, opportunistic quality yield. Automate the purchases. If money sits in cash after depositing, you're paying an invisible fee called procrastination. One short monthly check-in, one deeper quarterly review is enough. Track 5 numbers: total invested, monthly dividends, weighted yield, dividend growth trend, and your distance to the crossover point. Phase 4. Tax-efficient crossover point optimization. Separate qualified dividend producers from non-qualified ones. What pays the bills is not the label, but what stays in your hand. Put assets that load your back with tax drag into. Tax-advantaged accounts. Keep qualified dividend-focused assets in taxable accounts for flexibility. Measure your yield on cost. You bought at a lower price, dividends grew. Over time, that yield shoots up. This proves why early ownership first feels slow, then suddenly obvious. Set automatic rebalancing triggers. Rules prevent panic and greed. Protect the portfolio from 3 killers: lifestyle creep, panic selling, and yield chasing. These destroy more portfolios than recessions because they attack behavior. When you get a raise, increase contributions before upgrading your lifestyle. Your savings rate is the steering wheel of your timeline. Remember, it's the steering wheel that brings the ship to shore. Phase 5. Scaling to the self-sustaining milestone. The milestone is the crossover point, when monthly dividends exceed your monthly deposits. The math: $5,000 a month means $60,000 a year. At 3% yield, you need roughly $2 million invested. That's the mountain. But the mountain is climbed with 3 forces: contributions, dividend growth, reinvestment. Start with small milestones. First $1 a day in dividends, then 5, then 10. Small wins keep the system alive. Every dollar you underestimate will build a mountain through compounding. As income grows, increase contributions. Every time your total invested reaches a new threshold, raise your periodic investment slightly. If you have high-interest debt, use a dual approach. Aggressively close the leak, but keep investing even a tiny amount. Never let the habit die. Once the debt burden lifts, redirect that old payment into the machine. The money was already leaving your life. You're just deciding its direction. Whether your path leads to wealth or a debt swamp, you will choose. As the machine grows, decide when to switch from reinvesting to taking cash. The rule is simple. When growth reduces stress more than it accelerates wealth, take cash. And always track the after-tax crossover point, not the headline dividend. Your goal is the $5,000 you keep. So what are you going to do tonight? Move idle cash, set up automatic deposits, launch the 3-box buying routine. Track the 5 numbers monthly. $5,000 is not the first goal. It is the fruit of a system that never stopped running. Build the system, the result follows. Now tell me in one sentence: which bill will you replace first with dividends, and what exactly are you going to do this week to increase your contribution margin?